Hey, welcome back into today's video. We have several situations in today's video that we need to talk about. Number one being that I was scammed by a sponsor. So you need to let your favorite YouTubers know to stay away from this company because I was unaware that I was not the only one. Put simply, this is a company that's stealing out of the mouth of other creators. We got an update from my last video, the TikTok mom who lied about creating a non-profit for DV survivors so she could take their money. Yeah, the one that lied to her children saying she was going to pass away. Other situations to do with YouTubers who are not doing great things. YouTubers who are lying to their audience, making a mockery of mothers. All that and more as the Rep reports. So you guys might remember I had a sponsorship to do with this company called Galaxy Lights. So it's this company right here, and it was where you turned your room into a planetarium. Shot some stars up there and everything. Well, me and this company, we came into an agreement where this person named Inga offered me a price that was way too low, and then I countered with a higher offer. We did work out a deal where they sent me a second one of the products, or it was like a little glowing moon, and it really still didn't compensate. But I personally thought that the product was pretty cool, and generally I like to bring things like this to my viewers. And I know a lot of you guys were telling me you bought the product and that it was generally pretty cool. So I was happy to accept the offer, but then it started getting sketchy. So as you can see on January 16th of 2024, they said they just got the invoice, which I did already send the invoice 100% for a fact. So I said, awesome, thank you so much. And then days passed, and then on January 28th, I said, hey, Inga, I'm looking for an update on the payment, thanks. It started getting weird on December 27th of 2023 when I was like, I haven't received the payment as of yet. How can I prepare the invoice? Which, of course, I had already sent the invoice. I was just, being charitable. Inga said, hi, it seems you haven't sent the invoice. We can make payments either business or a personal account. And then on January 29th, they said, hey, Shane, I've reached out to our finance department, and it seems there's been some confusion over the past couple of weeks. January started slow, and we thought it was best time to restructure the billing, but our billing system revamp hit some bumps. Please rest assured that your payment is being expedited, and you should receive it within the next 1 to 4 weeks. I'm truly sorry for any inconvenience this delay may have caused, but I'm a super patient person, and if somebody talks to me and explains the situation, I generally won't mind. So I said, hey Inga, that's okay. These things happen. I'm looking forward to the payment. In the meantime, I'm picking up some more sponsors for coming months and have some other creators you might be interested in working with. So I thought maybe if I told them I had some more creators that might be interested, that they would get a move on with the payment system. Although I was definitely not going to suggest anybody to this company at this point. Oh boy, did it get worse. January 29th, he said, hey Shane, thanks for understanding. Could you please send me the list of those creators when you get a chance? Thanks. And then on February 17th, I said, hey Inga, sure thing. After everything is cleared away, I'll get that list to you. Just inquiring about the payment. Thanks. And there was such a big gap from January 29th to February 17th because I was working on multiple other sponsorships at this time. And then again on March 2nd, 2024, I said, hey Inga, reaching out about payments. Thanks. March 6th, 2024, I have been patient. Need to hear back about an update. And then finally, I thought maybe there was something wrong with my email, so I sent a new email saying, it started a new email. I need an update about the payment. Eventually, I got upset, and then on my Facebook, and yes, I do have a Facebook. You should follow it. I post a lot of really cool memes over there. I'll put the link down below in the pinned comment. Hey, Galaxy Lamps, when you make a deal to sponsor creators, you need to pay them. I've long been patient. Let's get this resolved. They did not say anything, but one user said they are deleting comments about paying you as well. And I was like, really? And then I went to check it out, and they were deleting comments for a while. They're currently not, because it turns out I'm not the only creator that they scammed. So check this out. They also have a TikTok that they're actively posting on right now. So obviously I sent a TikTok to their most active profile. April 4th, 2024, I said, hey, I did a sponsor for you guys on YouTube and am owed blankety blank. It's long past due for payment. I'm hoping we can resolve this because at this point, it's feeling like a sponsor scam, and I'll have to let other creators know so they don't get scammed. And then finally, somebody reached out to me, which I was pretty happy about. Hi Shane, can I please know the name of the person you're in contact with? I said, yes. Inga was the name. May I have the name of who I'm speaking with currently? I said hello, and then they said, hello Shane, sorry we missed this. Has this been resolved? You can reach out to Laura at galaxylamps.co regarding your concern. And then I said, it has not. I will email ASAP. And then May 17th to June 9th, I said, unfortunately, still no resolution. But this was my email to Laura. Subject line, owed money. I was told to reach out about an invoice. So they never paid me. And worse, they're doing this to other creators. If you go to their Facebook page, one user saying, y'all need to pay our boy Rep. How y'all gonna get him to advertise y'all's product and not hold y'all's into the bargain and pay him? One user actually said, been months since I paid for mine. Continual excuses. Now they have my money and stopped responding. So people are not even receiving their products. Another person saying, thank you for taking my money. So basically this brand is an absolute no-go. And I also want to take a moment to talk to other creators. When you are going through and accepting sponsors, you need to understand that your work matters. So do not take a lowball offer. Understand what your worth is, because these companies out here do not have a correct method for determining the value that they should offer. So that's obviously not good. Feel free to report every single one of their accounts. I will put the link to the TikTok and the Facebook in the description below. Go over there, report, let them know how you feel. Thank you. And I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to make a video about this. I was very patient. I don't like doing stuff like this. Bad experience. And this next situation we're going to talk about is actually a video that I uploaded last month, but it was demonetized on YouTube and it was just kind of dead in the water. So I wanted to revamp it, add some new details to it because there were some updates, and let you watch it now. If you're unfamiliar with this YouTuber that I've never heard of until just now, they've got 1 million subscribers, Caroline Konstnar. She recently posted 2 back-to-back videos. I have an announcement and I lost the baby. Now, the type of content that she usually posts is pretty satirical jokes about the hypocrisies in society. Some of them don't land that well. For example, in this one, Playing Dead, she uses dark humor to talk about highly triggering situations. This, in my opinion, is her angle. She does things like this to garner attention to her videos and content, and it seems to work pretty well for her. She does everything from insensitive portrayals of serious issues to normalizing serious situations. I think some of the stuff could benefit from some type of sign that says that this is satirical. While most of it's pretty obvious it's a joke, it doesn't have to be crazy. It can be like a little thing in the corner, like something small just for like a few seconds on the screen, you know? Like put it in the corner or something in the description, not something that looks sincere.
Listen, I just want to live in a world where women can be Uber drivers and men's nudes are leaked. I want women's health facilities to be in mall kiosks. And I think that men should take medication mandated by the government that causes monthly bleeding, just so that everyone's on the same page.
Now, I can see that the girl has a lot of talent because a lot of the stuff she says is funny and it's pretty on point, but the things that miss, they miss. What is her target audience and what is her target motive? What type of reaction is she trying to get from the viewer?
Not easy being an everyday housewife. Do you toss and turn at night thinking about your husband tossing and turning with his...
This is clearly cynical humor. Cynical humor often involves a skeptical or pessimistic view on life, human nature, or society as a whole. While cynical humor can be entertaining for some, it's important to be mindful of its potential to reinforce negative attitudes or contribute to a jaded worldview. And additionally, when it comes to topics like somebody offing themselves or somebody losing a baby, it can cross into some insensitive territory, trivializing serious issues and causing harm to those personally affected. Now, don't get me wrong, I like dark humor sometimes. I just don't like cynics. Mostly because every cynic that I've ever met has this negative and pessimistic outlook on life, and life's already hard enough. No sense in making it harder. That and the fact that they are usually extremely selfish and really don't think about how their actions affect others. Just pop some positivity turtles in the chat and do your best. Don't be delusional, but don't be cynical either. Which, just to be clear, I'm not talking about being cynical. I myself am cynical from time to time. I'm talking about taking cynicism and making it a part of your identity, like it's some sort of coping mechanism for all that is wrong with life, because that kind of makes it seem like it's attention seeking. Cynical Sandy here posted 2 recent videos, one titled, I have an announcement and I lost the baby. Let's go over the first one. Premiering April 18th of 2024, it says, yup, the rumors are true. I am knocked up big time. To protect the privacy of my family and loved ones, a lot of information has purposely been omitted from this announcement. Please understand. Anyways, very excited to exploit this child for views, and I'm so excited you're going to help me do it. Love you all. And I've watched the video. We're going to go over a couple things, but for all intents and purposes, it seems pretty legitimate. It has her humor in it, just like the rest of the videos, but it's made to look sincere. Multiple moments showing emotion, and that she's going through some really difficult things, even crying about difficult surgeries that could affect her ability to have children in the future. For example, this is how the video opens.
I'm ovulating and I had like a plug of blood come out and I was like, oh my God, I'm pregnant.
So I've watched several of her videos to get the vibe of who this person is, and while this video did have cynical humor, it seemed pretty sincere. She was showing what seemed like real fear.
Shit going on with my uterus when I was 16, like I had surgeries just to get stuff removed, so like my fertility's always been kind of weird. I'm pregnant, and if there's any kind of like surgical intervention, I could really fuck up my fertility. Like I might not be able to have a kid again. And then the other thing is that if I have this kid, it's very likely that I won't be able to have another one.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
That is the least funniest thing that I've ever seen. And this isn't even the worst part about this video. And the fact that she's faking not being the worst part, which is insane. But the truth of the situation is way worse. Like, one issue I have with this is the fact that this is a very real scenario and situation that real people are going through and dealing with these types of complications with their ability to get pregnant and just in general pregnancy complications, and she's making a mockery of it while she's pretending to be a mother. In fact, I covered a situation not too long ago where there was an individual who was faking being a mother, had a fake baby and was using it to put her breast out and to garner attention from that to promote her OnlyFans. This person was essentially exploiting motherhood for money, where creepy men actually wanted to see this type of content. And the type of people she was entertaining wanted to see children being exploited in this way while she profited off this type of exploitation of children. Now, if you want to watch that video, I'll put it in the description, but the point I'm trying to make is, although there's no OnlyFans involved here, it's still in the same ballpark as exploiting motherhood, literally for money. And we'll talk about that soon. And when she posted her announcement video, everyone thought it was real. One user saying, "It's crazy how believable this entire video was despite being completely false." Another saying, "The fact there's still like a 50% chance this is a psyop is making me go insane." It's the great division. The woman was gone for a year and she comes back with something like this, and people have very normal responses that you would have with anybody. And I think it's an important point to make, that it's a normal response, even if it's a stranger, a random person, to congratulate somebody for being pregnant and to feel bad if they lose the baby. It doesn't have anything to do with parasocial relationships, which we're going to talk about that soon. That's awesome. Congratulations is a very normal thing to say in response to anyone who shares this type of information. Versus at the end of the video, she doubles down.
Guys, stay tuned, because I'm gonna be having a baby very soon. I slapped this video together just to let you all know where I've been for the past few months and where I'm gonna be in the coming months. And I really hope that I can take you on this journey with me. Thank you guys for staying here with me and being here with me and hopefully supporting me in the future. So stay tuned, guys.
The next video, "I Lost the Baby," is literally clickbaiting a message. And obviously the title is terrifying for any women who are likely empathetically freaking out, then clickbaited into finding out the truth, which is a joke about losing a baby.
Okay, guys, I lost the baby and I don't know exactly where I put it. It has to be around here somewhere. Okay, so some of you guys are probably wondering.
That is some 2018 Jake Paul blog material. Not even need Shane Dawson to tell us she's not a sociopath. That's my dark humor. So Cynical Sandy goes on to give us an explanation that this was all just a social experiment. But it's not. It's called a lie.
When you're a content creator, the line between entertainment and reality is very blurred. Your audience will become very attached to an abstraction of yourself. And the odd thing is that this connection can become very personally meaningful to the viewers, whilst not being personally meaningful to the creator itself. Your attention is monetarily valuable to me. And unless you have some narcissistic tendencies, which a lot of us do.
While she's correct about you, my viewers, being attached to an abstract version of myself and all the other creators that you watch, Cynical Sandy here is most certainly projecting what narcissism actually is. That being extreme self-involvement to the degree that it makes a person ignore the needs of those around them. While everyone may show occasional narcissistic behavior, true narcissists frequently disregard others or their feelings. They also do not understand the effect that their behavior has on other people. I love my platform and I love making videos. I would never abuse it for money. I like using it for altruistic things like charities, which reminds me, we're currently running this year's charity for rain. We're at just over $1,300 of 5,000 raised, but we can meet this goal today if everybody just donates $1. Just go to donate other and select $1. It's super easy. It's connected to your YouTube account. It's like, I built this platform with the support of each and every one of you, so it makes sense to me to do the most good that I can. And I understand the pain of difficult times, so if I can put out something and do things with the platform that promote some positivity, why wouldn't I do that? Otherwise, you'll just be cynical and you'll do the opposite and just make things worse and do things like...
I lied about being pregnant as a joke. And the joke is not that pregnancy under strenuous circumstances is funny. The joke is not that the audience was gullible enough to believe that I was pregnant. The joke is you connected to something that wasn't real. And I have become something that isn't real.
As shown in this video, she was logically incorrect. She was wrong about parasocial relationships and what the dynamics were. And therefore, it's nothing to do with the parasocial relationship if you're tricked into believing that someone lost their baby and your response to that is as a normal human being.
We all come here to find this connection over and over again. And we don't really find it until now, when you subscribe to my Patreon.
So this person obviously doesn't care about anything but your money, and I feel like people like this make the platform a worse place.
This entire stunt has been an advertisement for my Patreon. I'm also announcing that I'm coming back to YouTube. Listen, I wanted to come back to YouTube and explain to everyone why I had been gone and what had happened to me in that time that made me want to come back. But some of you in my audience are pretty weird, and I don't blame any of you. You know, you can't help being weird, but I didn't think that it would be healthy for me to expose myself like that to all of you. And that's why I decided to keep a lot of my more sensitive information behind a paywall.
She has no idea what a parasocial relationship is, while at the same time knowing what a parasocial relationship is. What? See, she understands that the viewers are attached to a mental conception of a version of herself, but she doesn't understand the dynamic. Let me explain.
The experience of having a parasocial relationship with your audience can be very uncomfortable. I'll give you an example. When I was 15 and I first started making content, I had a lot of people threaten to rape me every day. And if you could imagine, this was not fun.
Now see, that's not a parasocial dynamic. Those just happen to be specifically terrible people.
And the problem with this, beyond the obvious, is that there's no meaningful way to respond to this interaction. The offender has anonymity, and in some way, so do I. So I'm not treating them like a real person. They're not treating me like a real person.
This is another illogical error, because what she's saying is that you have anonymity and she has anonymity. And because those specific examples of terrible people did her wrong, then she's justified in making this pregnancy video and lying to her entire audience.
You're not real, and I'm not real, and none of this is real. And yet, the effect that we have on each other is still very real.
That is not a parasocial relationship. That is somebody threatening you. That's not parasocial behavior. That's disgusting, harmful, and illegal behavior. Parasocial behavior refers to one-sided relationships where the individual feels an emotional connection to a media personality, a celebrity, or public figure, despite there being no real interaction or relationship. And while parasocial relationships can lead to obsessive and inappropriate behavior, they're not generally characterized by threats of harm to the public figure. Those two concepts are distinct unless there's missing context, but the paywall kind of shuts that narrative down.
And that's why I decided to keep a lot of my more sensitive information behind a paywall.
She's being disingenuous because lying about a pregnancy and loss to attract viewers and then claiming it was a joke undermines the whole point, because using this to justify a paywall for protection is 100% manipulative and deceptive. And the fact that she's lying here, no way she can be trusted. This should damage her credibility with her audience.
Or I would hope some of the audience would be more intentional with how they interact with me, because now it costs money to do so.
So there's logical errors here as well, like the fact that there are sane people who are broke and obsessively bonkers people who, you know, got a lot of money. And the paywall will not keep them out. It'll just incentivize them to flock. So let's be real. You didn't do this because you fear your life. You did it because you're a cynical POS who needed a quick money grab. I'm going to advertise her Patreon, I guess. It's $50.32 to learn her story. She's got one of $300 that offers nothing at all. So it looks like these tiers will just be for her sharing her advice and thoughts, which...
What more ceremonious way to return to YouTube than by bringing back the advice videos? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Not Dr. Caroline is back in the building.
I don't know if her advice is going to be good at all. Maybe for some laughs, which I think is the point. I watched an Instagram reel where she talked about her mental health and things that she was going through, which I hope all is well. And I also want to say that no matter what her mental health is or might be, it's not an excuse for doing stuff like this. She's 20, she's young, but she's an adult. It's time to grow up, do things with a little bit more responsibility. Like I said, talented girl, can do so much with her platform. Good edits, funny stuff. Don't be tone deaf, read the room. Over on the Caroline konstnar subreddit, one user posted talking about the situation, saying fast forward to infamous Prego video and after, it was just a bad overall video. It came off as, I am all-knowing, I fooled you, now give me money, parasocial creeps. In the end, the people she criticized are the ones who are paying for her Patreon. She also hasn't updated consistently. One video a month is her pace. Right now it's around 11.24 a month. In the end, she was just a con artist and comes off as a narcissist. She siphoned money from the parasocials while at the cost of severing all trust from her actual caring audience. If anyone says it's her humor, are we still in 2014? Gotcha, bro jokes. Really funny. She isn't profound or intelligent, which shows in her handling coming back to YouTube. Social media landscape. Also, only way is up, but I doubt she'll try anymore. Now, she did post a video on her Patreon talking about being canceled. Let's check it out. It says, I recorded this video several times, and each time I tried to record, I went off on a useless tangent. I'm not surprised.
The implications of a person being able to put on a song and dance on social media and have it be really emotionally provocative to the extent that an audience would empathize with the character that they see on the screen and believe that it's real, because there is this expectation that what you're watching on social media is real, and that if that person, this character that's sharing their false reality, has a call to action and asks,
damn, this is terrible. Oh man. Honestly, it's a good thing that she didn't post this publicly on YouTube for everyone to see, because it's one of those bad apologies.
That to me is why being a YouTuber has been so bizarre, because to me, YouTube looks like a big propaganda machine. Your phone, your social media is regulating your mood. For a lot of people, it regulates your mood. And beyond that, it shapes your perception of reality. It tells you what is socially appropriate, what is not socially appropriate. It triggers.
Now, you don't need your phone to understand that losing your baby is a bad thing.
It is a little magical box with all of this power to curate and manage how you exist in society. And I think it's really cool. I think from that perspective, the phone, as much as that kind of sounds a little frightening, the phone is a really cool thing. Social media is a really cool thing. It's like one of the best.
What's frightening about my telephone? This is a bad response. So apparently we're all afraid of our phones. This is not a great response.
This video, as much as it was emotionally for me about trying to feel in control of the audience and their perception of me and how they felt in the moment when they were watching me. This was also just a commentary on this new wave of propaganda, illustrating this new wave of propaganda. It totally makes sense why people...
Oh my God. Wow, she's stupid.
I don't think that they consider that a sincere attempt at making money would be for me to continue to fake the pregnancy and continue to just like have a baby, just to take video.
So she's saying that it's not a sincere attempt to make money. Problem with that is she made money. So it's, again, it's a fallacy, and it's called performative contradiction, which means that it's like saying, I'm not talking while simultaneously talking. This is a shadow back to the previous video I made recently. These people and their logic and reasoning is absolutely bonkers, man. It's terrible.
This call to action in that second video is intentionally tasteless and transparent, because I just want to illustrate the insanity of all of this. That the first video can feel so real, so compelling, so emotionally manipulative, and then the call to action at the end of the day is just heartless and shameless and for somebody else's bottom line. I love it. And as much as I would love...
There you go. She just admitted to everything. Literally. She knows exactly what she's doing. I think you're lying, Caroline. I think you're doing one of them hindsight things where now you're saying, oh, I knew exactly what I was doing, which is another illogical error. Imagine if a bank robber robbed a bank and then took off, and then when he was caught, he said, oh, well, I did this because I knew you were going to catch me. 100%.
People that don't understand it won't understand it. People that understand it but are upset are going to stay upset. People that do commentary videos, that made commentary videos about this, they don't care about the truth. They just need something for their channel that week.
That's absolutely not true. I actually care about the truth. Actually, one of the things I love to do in my videos is call out these creators' awful reasoning and logic. I think there's nothing more fun than that. You see them do something absolutely immoral and insane. You get to call them out on it with facts and logic, and then, it contributes to the ecosystem on commentary. I mean, that's the whole thing. You get to make money from it. That's great. It gives back to the community in several different ways. So this person, the rest of this video is equally not good. It's saying she's smarter than you. Let's talk about the next situation. So about 5 days ago, I released the video Elizabeth Teckenbrock, the horrific story behind TikTok's worst con artist, and it's an absolutely insane story. It needs more eyes on it. In fact, it's gonna pop up right here after this video. Go watch this. This video is absolutely insane. It's a rabbit hole that you didn't know you needed to go down. Absolutely insane. Well, I have a couple updates. Number one is that she blocked me on TikTok despite me never having saying anything to her at all. And the other one is that the ex-husband reached out to me. I post clips and other things from my videos on TikTok. And matter of fact, now that I bring this up, you can go follow me on TikTok too. I'm actually hoping that you guys will tag me in stories that you want me to cover here on YouTube. So I posted a clip from my video where it shows the ex-husband causing some serious emotional damage to his children. Some text messages she posted from her ex-husband saying, "So glad you left me. I forgot how painful you make everything, and so glad I don't have any legal ties to you." Also calling her an escort. Then saying, "How many guys do you have to go through? Jesus, Liz." Talking about how Karma's gonna slap her so hard and he can't wait to watch. She also posts how many times this guy's called her. And I'm not joking when I say I counted myself just from these, and it's literally 100, maybe more. Pair that with the fact that the guy's been going after her for the past 3 years, and that's a pretty persistent thing to be doing. The ex-husband's TikTok is Inventing Elizabeth, with only 26,000 followers, 398,000 likes, saying this page is strictly to warn others. Currently, there's only a handful of posts, but in the past, he had a lot more videos, as you can see here. The ex-husband's comments and calls, as well as the TikTok account that he had created over the past couple years, is enough for me to believe that it's very obsessive and creepy. So he first starts off saying, "Your video was good. I'm glad you were able to research and find and verify all the receipts." And I said, thank you. Hope you realize that your children deserve better than being used as a way to hurt Liz. They will be emotionally hurt as adults, he says. They are not. Most everything she has posted in that regard has been out of context or manipulated by her. Most everything is from years ago. In years of posting, I had 2 videos. I leave them out of it. I said, whether you're aware or not, calling and leaving a voicemail and explaining to your child that her mother does not want her and has us blocked, you are setting up in that child's mind that the mother has abandoned her. Even if this is true, you should never put this in the mind of a child. And just real fast, I want to show you the voicemail that he left.
I'm going to be here with him? Yeah. I know it. I want to. I know she could tell her. I want to. Well, she doesn't answer. Oh, she has us blocked. I hear from you and me or anyone. I tried to tell her.
And there's no way that you can say this is out of context. That is the context. He goes on to say, and calls were from when she first left. I had the girls and they wanted to speak to her. Also, never that many calls. She's a con artist and a manipulator. I said, doesn't matter. The children were used either to hurt Liz or make a point. In the end, it's them that will need therapy. Keep them out of it always. And he just says text messages can be manipulated. So I'm currently unable to go on the More Than Elizabeth TikTok channel because I'm blocked now. I cannot verify if she's still doing the scams. If somebody could go over there, check it out, see if she's running the scam for DV. Has she taken it down? Let me know. Also, we got another situation for you. It's the DID faker, Jesse and James. About 2 years ago, I did a video on Two Souls, One Bod, the TikTok scammer who endangered minors. This person not only faked DID, but it did endanger minors. You can check this video out. It will be linked above and in the description. They used to go by Jesse and James. Two Souls, One Bod. This account is ran by an individual, a transgender female named Jessie Hart. This person is an online scam artist. They have made a mockery of the DID community, and there's a lot that you don't know, and it's pretty bad. When I looked into this, I found scams, inappropriate behavior, and more. They were showing signs of alleged predatory behavior towards minors in their Discord server. Back in early January, Two Souls One Bod was a thriving TikTok account, but they were called out for faking DID for views. Little did people know that it was a lot deeper than that. Jessie has what you call DID, dissociative personality disorder, and she has an alter named James. Yes, like Pokemon, Jessie and James. But you need to see how she interacted with these alters.
Here's a freaky switch for you all.
Hey, it's me, James. What's up? So now I'm in the front. Well, I just have a higher presence level than her because she's still smiling behind.
I am. I'm still here. I'm still smiling. I'm still present. However,
Except maybe I'm just a little bit higher on the presence meter than her now. Watch this. I'm gonna look over at that light. She's still smiling.
hey guys, still here. Still smiling.
And I'm still looking at the light. Pretty weird, right? Now watch this. Alright,
well, this person's back, and some YouTubers taking them on as the gospel truth. It's a YouTube channel called New Thinking Aloud, 166,000 subscribers, with Jeffrey Mishlove. This dude, if he's not checking the people he's bringing on, I don't know what good this channel would be. Like, he's got this person on, and there's multiple parts. I think there's like 4 parts, maybe more. And now instead of Jesse and James, it's Annika and Tristan. Let's take a looky-loo.
I'd like to focus on the question of what it's like actually sharing a body.
sounds great. Yeah, we'd be happy to go into all the details.
Okay, I appreciate it. But we're going to need to establish a few biographical facts.
That seems like a nice old man. Somebody needs to let this guy know he's got some really twisted people on there. But as interesting as this is, there's always something that's more interesting to me. That's right, you guessed it. I want to know what you think. So why don't you go leave your creative or interesting responses in the comment box below. Thumbs up, first likes as always, brothers and sisters. I will see you in the next video. I have an announcement for channel members. Hello channel members, I will be starting live streams back regularly on Sunday. So here are some new positivity turtle emojis for the channel to make live chats and comments and videos more fun. They got a kind of like an unimpressed face on them. I kind of feel like that's the mood, you know? And here's the 3 other ones that we can get if I get 9 more members. Will you be a member? Let me know below, because the Rep Squad's the best squad. Also, thank you to my patrons for your continued ongoing support. And if you want to support me and call out terrible people, the patron link is in the pinned comment. And we're going to do a live chat together on Sunday at 11 a.m. EST in my Discord server. So become a patron. Let's do this. Let's talk about things and debate and all kinds of cool logical stuff. And I don't know, maybe we'll do something crazy like cook a pie. I don't know. I have no idea. And that's just another way to show that you're repping. And I expect to see you in the comment section with the other Rep Squad members, because this channel loves you. Oh, I'm so hungry.